Okay, what do we have? Episode number 8, I think. Yep, the last one was 7, right? I think so. Actually, I've got 7 here. Let me just have a quick look, just to make sure it was 7. It wasn't 7, it was 8. Got episode number 9, okay. Have I downloaded 10? I have. So I might do back-to-back episodes tonight. It's much cooler outside than it has been this last week, but in this room, I don't know what's up with this room, man. Residual heat. It takes about a week for it to go. I think I need it to be just really cold outside for this room to be bearable when I do reactions, because I've got heat coming out of everything in this room as well when I'm doing reactions. So anyway, episode number 9. Is there anything to think about number 8? Joyce, it looks like she might not have long left. Trying to think now, how did that actually end? Oh right, Riley was feeling kind of out in the cold. It made it look that way anyway. Glorificus, Glory, she's still looking for the key, and her plan didn't work, and the snake is dead, or the beast that she created from the snake, from the cobra, is dead. I did wonder in that outro whether she'd end up going back to the magic shop and trying it again, because why not? There's lots of cobras around, and surely that's not a one-off, spell. But she can just keep repeating. I mean, it didn't work, but it doesn't mean it wouldn't ever work. So whether she'll try that again or not, and she'll show up again at the magic shop, I don't know. But they're going to bump into her at some point, and they know who she is now, right? But she doesn't know the gang still. She doesn't know that Buffy killed the snake or the beast. And therefore she doesn't know that the gang's with Buffy. But she does know Buffy. So maybe she'll see the gang with Buffy and do something to the gang or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's about it. Looking forward to this one. Let's get to it.
We've scheduled your surgery for day after tomorrow at 10 in the morning. How's that sound to you?
Scary.
Well, I think they had me scheduled for volleyball, but I can work around it. I really don't need you to stay here, Buffy. I know you've got patrolling to do.
Not tonight. Tonight I have Mom taken care of to do. Besides, Riley's filling in for me with the others.
Just about to say, is it Riley doing
everything
it?
under control.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh my God. Chaos. How have one of the members of the gang not died by now? Seriously. Oh, Giles. Giles has just been socked in the mouth. Wait, she kind of... Jesus, Giles. We're saving the day here. Wow.
Oh my God. What a rough night.
A rough night.
I should get points just for showing up. Unlike some Riley Finn who shall remain
Yeah, where is Riley?
unnamed.
Oops. Maybe it would have been good if...
Did she say her knees were dizzy?
Forgot.
It's not something to forget this. Where is he? Is he still sulking, Riley? He needs to get over this. Putting their lives at risk. Oh. Oh, Riley, what are you doing? Who's this? What the fuck? Is this some sort of self-harm now? Mate, why? Okay. I don't know what to say about that, other than it must be some sort of self-harm. I don't think he's getting off on it. It didn't look like he was. We'll find out what this motivation is, I guess.
It's an extra special gift for your mom that I know she'll need. A beer hat.
With a straw.
And a straw that goes directly into your mouth, and you can fill it with other stuff than beer.
I was going to say, is Joyce a big beer drinker?
To keep you busy. Oh, spells. Thank you, Willow. You got
Joyce gonna make her that?
The girl
Is
who
Buffy
can
gonna
break
make her that?
things by just looking at them now has a book to teach her to
That's a
break
good point.
things by looking at them. It doesn't actually have spells in it. We're doing World War I now. And I don't even know if I'm going to take that exam.
I'd rip it in half and stick it in bed with me.
What?
Mom?
Oh, is this part of her?
I think I'm gonna take a little rest now.
Okay.
Oh, kind of giving
We'll
her
be right outside if you need us.
like a form of Tourette's or something.
What was she talking about?
Or was that something
I
else?
mean, that was weird. She's gonna be fine.
Is this what they
I
think it
should've
is?
told you. It might make her say weird things. Does she know she's saying them?
But is it that?
Not really.
Just thinking this
It's
show.
sort of like a flash, but you saw her 2 seconds afterwards. She was normal.
What is that thing? There's no data. There's no pictures on this one. There! What is the data? There's no one in there.
Another one of these crazy people.
Don't worry about it.
I think he's a cat too.
What's wrong with him?
Have the same thing Joyce has.
Is it like Mom? A thing in his head? I don't think so. I think it's different. Don't worry about it.
The mental wards booked beyond capacity, literally nowhere to put them, so the ones with families are letting them go home. What was he saying to you?
Oh, he was just babbling.
Or does Buffy know that that was potentially about the key, maybe? Looked like she was trying to cover for him almost, or for the situation.
What would you call that one?
Let's see. A huge flaming meteor about to crash into something.
Jesus, it actually did. This has to be glory related, doesn't it? Something going to climb out of this.
I said,
Oh, it's that guy from the hospital.
A person needs to respect a man. Dick it, please.
Oh, like a little thing, alien creature, I guess. Okay, kind of unexpected for this show, but okay. Ugh.
Wouldn't it be better for her to rest someplace where she felt safe and comfortable?
Even if it would mean some work for you, taking care of her?
Oh, thank God.
I'll do it, anything.
I'm afraid you won't get a lot of sleep.
I'm not much of a
She's
sleep
used to
person
that.
anyway.
Can we go now? Let's go now.
What's this thing crawling along the ceiling without being seen?
Everyone stay close.
I said it was small, but it's not that small.
We have meteorite.
Did it come
Is it hot?
on the meteorite? In the meteorite? It might not even be from the meteorite at all.
No, it's not hot. It's warm. It's sort of hollow. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was inside it then.
Broke out and slithered away to do badness.
In all fairness, I don't think we know about the slithered part.
Yeah, it kind of is though, if it is that thing.
Maybe we can figure out where it went.
They're going to find like a snail trail. Gross. Like some sort of goo. Or that guy, that guy from the hospital. What did it do to that guy? Oh, there he is. Guessing it killed him. Didn't eat him though.
I know him. He was at the hospital, a mental patient.
There's something.
Oh, silence of the lambs. Put a bug in his mouth.
I want to call Buffy.
You can't. She's got life stuff that has to come first.
So we'll just figure this out ourselves. We're experienced.
Yes,
Well.
'cause it seems like we're always dealing with creatures from outer space, except that we don't ever do that.
Yeah. But Buffy rarely actually figures things out herself, does she?
Perhaps we should
Usually-
explore a bit more.
A group effort.
Head into the woods a bit.
That's usually Willow and Giles, actually.
Call me if you learn anything.
You got it.
Why does Riley want rid of them? What's he up to? Is he calling this vampire? Fresh blood or something? For her?
I need to speak to the man at the desk. This is it.
Oh no. On the
This
initiative.
is Riley Finn. Yes. Emergency frequency.
Wait! You can't go. Don't you be that kind of bar now. Please.
What?
Please don't go.
Are any of these crazy people going to make sense?
Please.
Ever? Very crazy is derogatory, isn't it? Sorry. Mentally ill.
I can't see you. I can't see you.
Sneaking up on him, is it? Oh shit! Oh. No, she just thinks he's having one of his episodes. Oh! Oh, that's disgusting. Wiled him. Or salivated him.
You've got my home phone number, my pager number, and here.
I guess they suffocate from that, maybe.
You know what? Why don't you shut off the lights in the living room, and I will take you upstairs, and we'll shut off all the lights up there, okay?
Why is it showing them? Did I miss something there? Why is it showing their house from the outside there? Okay, well, here come the initiative. Can't say I'm pleased to see them back, but we'll see how it goes. This is no Adam.
This way!
About a stiff in the woods and call us in? You usually call your girlfriend for this kind of thing?
Toxic.
No, just messy.
What was that?
Guys seem to have simply choked on the stuff. Near as I can tell, it's some kind of protein alkaloid.
It's not what was in his mouth though, was it? It looked like it pulled something solid out of his mouth.
Came out of that.
I'm not sure it did, you know.
No, I set the trackers for a protein signature.
It's dissolving too fast to track.
You got a better idea?
Thing came from space. Gotta be some trace radiation.
We have Geiger counters in the packs.
Shouldn't be too much background gamma noise out here.
So radiation in its trail, but the protein's breaking up, but the radiation maybe remains. I guess it would light up or something, glow in the under infrared light or something. I don't know. What the fuck? Why has it followed them back here? It did look like it was kind of stalking them, like it was over dawn and watching them as they were leaving the hospital, but why? Must be here for one of them or all of them. Oh, she's left the pan on.
I'm making breakfast. You shouldn't eat anymore. You're disgustingly fat.
Holy shit.
We'll put you back to bed.
So I guess that shot of the house from outside showed that thing. I didn't see it. If it did, must have showed it sneaking in or something. Maybe that was a perspective from it. I don't know.
You all tucked into bed.
I have absolutely no idea why it's here and what it is.
You sing.
Mom, please.
Get away from me. You're nothing. You're a shadow.
Mom.
I don't know what you are, how you got here.
Mom, it's Dawn.
Actually,
Don, honey, what's wrong?
She's
not sure, you know.
tired.
I'm not sure this behaviour is completely to do with the tumour. It might be 50-50. It might be nothing to do with the tumour. And just putting it down to that. They're calling Buffy fat. That can't be to do with anything but the tumour, surely.
People. They keep saying weird stuff about me.
Are you talking about the man in the hospital?
And the
me a
guy
thing,
outside the
too.
magic shop.
And there was another one. The weird guy outside the magic shop. Said I didn't belong.
Dawn's figuring this out herself.
I wasn't real. Why does everybody keep doing that?
Now's the time to tell her if you're gonna.
It's not you.
Those damn monks.
Something that happens in people's brains when there's something wrong. It's like a short circuit. And it makes them feel like nothing's real except for them.
Sunnydale's full of them right now. Can't tell if Buffy
Don't listen.
has worked this out, that they're possibly aware of Dawn, or whether she just thinks it's random. I don't know.
I still don't get why we had to come here to get info about a killer snot monster.
Because it's a killer snot monster from outer space. I did not say that.
The Tunguska blast in Russia in 1917. Some witnesses claimed the meteor was hollow.
How far back does this list of anomalies go?
Pretty far. Back to the queller impact in the 12th century.
Queller. Here. Primitive people used to believe that the moon was a cause of insanity. Sometimes they would pray to the moon to send a special meteor to fix the problem the moon had caused. These meteors were expected to quell the madmen.
The man in the woods.
Hmm.
He was a mental patient.
And he got pretty well quelled.
It says in the Middle Ages there were these sweeping plagues of madness. People were losing their marbles everywhere, but then it would suddenly subside.
There a meteor then, just after?
Maybe it happened after each one of the meteor events.
As if something emerged from the meteors and quelled the madman.
Xander's little book made it sound like this queller thing had to be summoned. So,
Who's doing the
who
summoning?
summoned it?
Yeah.
Who else? My money's on Glory, our resident beastie summoner.
We should call Buffy. Except
Yeah.
we can't call Buffy. Can we?
No, but we better call Riley.
There's been no sign of Glory being aware of these mad people everywhere.
I got 5 corpses here at the mental ward at Sunnydale Memorial.
It did 5 of them. It.
I saw Buffy's mom earlier and she was acting kind of wacky.
Does it think that Buffy's mum, that Joyce is crazy, maybe, but it's not sure, so it hasn't quelled her yet. That's why it's kind of stalking her. It's working out, maybe.
Call me if you find out how I can kill this thing.
It's actually the tumour for Buffy, for Joyce.
Okay.
I wish that someone had bothered to tell me that there would be tennis being played.
God, well, it might change its mind after this performance.
Why? Why are you staring at me like that?
Oh,
What are you asking me?
is she talking to her? Is it on her ceiling?
This is a test. And if this counts in the final grade, I need to know.
Of course, they're going to think she's just going crazy. Well, it's a tumour.
They do not stare down at you. They do
Oh, Dawn.
not cling.
Get in there and see if she's alright. But why would it just be waiting there? It would just quell her straight away, wouldn't it? You're trying to promote this song or something. This is a long shot. Oh. The first chance she's had, first time she's been alone to let it all out. She said if she let it all out, though, she wouldn't be able to stop, right?
Did they tell you that at the gate?
Stop
Is there?
staring at me. I don't like it.
Why is she so kind of casual the way she's talking, though? Is that because of the brain tumor? I don't know.
You're going to go away.
Holy shit. Buffy's got that music playing as well. She won't hear this. Oh, fuck. Dawn, get Buffy. Shit. Oh my god. Just in time. So that like solidifies and suffocates him, I guess. Shit. It's so gross, this thing. It's terrifying. Not very fast though, thankfully.
You guys stay in here. Don't leave this room. Spike?
Yeah. Listen, did you hear a noise? Me being in need of junk.
You were stealing?
Well, yeah. Can't exactly work the counter at Burger Barn,
Wait,
can I?
those pictures of me?
Oh God. It's gone. You promise?
I promise.
A body might ask what exactly it is you think you're doing. He might ask what all this was meant to accomplish.
Get out.
Sir? I just want to understand, why summon the queller?
What do you think? Because I'm cleaning up Glory's mess. Just like I've done my whole damn life.
I had not a dream. Exactly. More like I had this knowledge. It just came to me like truth, you know?
What?
That Dawn, she's not mine, is she?
No.
She does belong to us, though.
Yes, she does.
And she's important to the world, precious. As precious as you are to me. Buffy, promise me, no matter what she is, she still feels like my daughter. I have to know that you'll take care of her, that you'll keep her safe, that you'll love her like I love you. My sweet, brave Buffy. What would I do without you?
Right, so a bit of a disaster. I don't know if it's it's not a full disaster because I think most of the reaction, my audio, the mic got recorded. Unfortunately, what I've started to do is separate these videos into 3 videos. So the intro, the reaction itself, and the outro. Just because my editing software crashes if the file's too big. So I started to do that. My computer's very old and slow. So when the reaction finished, before I went fully into the outro, I turned it off. And I realised I was making some noise as I was doing that. I realised it wasn't registering. There was no noise being picked up on my mic. So then I just went back to look at the reaction, the video, and thankfully it's recorded most of my voice during that. But the last, I think it was like 8 to 7 minutes of the reaction, it wasn't picking up my voice. So it actually wasn't when I started. I had to restart the software to get it to do that, and that happens quite frequently to me. I don't know why, it just does. But this is the first time it's happened during a reaction, so I'm worried now for future reactions. I just thought it might be because I was particularly quiet in this reaction, and it might have just decided to shut off because nothing was being registered, like I wasn't talking. Oh god, I hope not. That means I'll have to keep talking throughout these reactions to stop that happening. Why would that happen though? Have I got a setting or something that shuts it off? I might accidentally have a setting that shuts it off. I'll have to look into that. Hope not. Right, for the next reaction then, which I might do next, I'm going to have to keep talking. So if you're on Patreon and you're watching the full reaction, I apologise. I'll just keep checking, but I'll forget. That's the thing. I'll try just to keep checking. That'll be better. So anyway, yeah, no audio for the last 7 minutes, I guess, roughly of the reaction. So I'm thinking now, was that reveal of the Doctor? Was that in? I think it was. Yeah, I think it must have missed that. I think that was the last few minutes. Oh well, Right, let me think of what I said during that. So at least you know what I said. People who can lip read, I'll probably include it. You'll see me like mouthing the words, so people who can lip read can help me out. But right, so yeah, I don't know what I said, honestly. I literally don't know what I said, but I was just like, oh, okay, so he's helping Glory, yeah, to clean up her mess. That's what he said, right? Yeah, I think he called this thing, this comet, this meteor, or was it, I think they're called comets, aren't they, until they enter the Earth's atmosphere and then they become meteorites. Is that right? I think so. But anyway, that slug thing, what was it called again? The Quell demon or something, wasn't it? Something like that, yeah. So he called that. So that was his doing, and he did it to clean up her mess. So because I guess she's botched up trying to find this key and she's taken so long that people are going crazy because of it, but I don't know why that would be. So his or her or both of their presence is somehow causing people to go crazy. I say go crazy, like Joyce in a way, like she's starting to realize about Dawn and about her being the key. Because Buffy needed that incantation or whatever it's called to, discover the truth about that, didn't she? I'm trying to think now. Did Buffy have a? I think she logically worked it out, didn't she? Rather than a bit like Joyce, it was almost like it was revealed to Joyce, but to Buffy, I think she kind of worked out that Dawn wasn't her sister. I don't remember exactly how she did that though. I think at the time I was even confused how she did that, but yeah, okay. Well, I might be wrong about that, but so I guess maybe what's happening to everyone else was kind of happening to Joyce as well in a way, maybe, kind of. But having operated on her, I'm sure that she does have a tumour. Surely she must have. They make mistakes like that. It's happened before, right? But they did operate. I think they did actually operate on her, and like they did the CAT scan, and that showed a shadow. But that could be something else, maybe, or a mistake, possible, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but maybe. But then they did some sort of exploratory. Is that the right word? I think so. Exploratory. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Like invasive surgery, some sort. I think so, to find out if it was a tumor and if it was operable or not. I think I wasn't actually 100% clear on whether they'd actually done something like that or not. But it seemed like that. It seemed like we got the story after it happened or something. I don't know. I might have missed it. It's probably really obvious that I'm just being dumb. So yeah, there must be a tumor there. Surely there must be an actual tumor, but maybe that's not the cause of her behavior or some of it. Like I said, maybe some of it. I hope it picked up because I said what I said during reaction. I think I said that before the last 7 minutes, so I think it's fine. I think I said maybe it's like 50-50 or something. Maybe partly it's the tumor and partly it's that, yeah, it's affecting Joyce. But why would it affect Joyce and not no one else, none of the other members of the gang? Like, why only these select few people who are mentally? Can I say going a bit crazy? It's just easier, isn't it? I don't mean to use a derogatory term. But yeah, I'm gonna use it. It's easier, yeah. So there's only like select people it seemed who are going a bit crazy. So, and they're normal human beings, I think. So I don't really understand. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about when they start talking their crazy talk. I don't know. So I'm a bit confused about that as well. But maybe we'll find out what that was truly about. But yeah, so somehow what Dawn and the doctor guy, I've got to find out his name. They've got to mention it at some point, right? So somehow, I'm just thinking now what I said during that scene, because obviously I don't think it picked that up. Yeah, as soon as I saw Dreg, I realised then as well, that's something I said. That's just another thing that's popped into my head that I mentioned. Yeah, so his and Glory's presence and what Glory's doing, at least. He almost said like, well, did he say something like, he said, I'll clean up her mess, but did he say something like I always do or something like that? So is he like her watcher in a way? It's a weird way to think about it, but maybe he's like there to keep an eye on her and make sure she does what she's been told to. Because it does seem like she's been told to, like, I don't think she's taken it upon herself to do any of this, to find this key and to open this portal. I think it's like an assignment for her, and it seems that way, right? And she's under time pressure to do it, and she's getting stressed over it that she can't find it. And yeah, it seems like her life's in danger, maybe, if she doesn't get it done. And maybe he's there to kind of ensure she, keeps doing what she needs to do and finds it. Why he would Why he wouldn't help her though, I don't know. Like, he's helped her, he's cleaned up a mess, he said. But I mean, the fact that people are being crazy and who could potentially, I guess, let Dawn know that she's not a real human, that she's a key. Maybe that's the worry. But why would that be a worry? I guess it would alert Dawn to the situation more, that maybe someone's looking for her, and that, like, yeah, she is this key, and therefore it would make her hide away or something. Like, yeah, maybe she wants to take her unaware, but I guess unbeknown to her, it's too late because Buffy knows, and now Joyce knows. But Buffy particularly, so yeah, I guess now probably Buffy's going to tell the rest of the gang as well, so they'll all know now as well. So, but of course, Glory doesn't know that, does she? So I'm finding it difficult to talk about this because it's all a bit confusing to me. I don't really know what's happening. I never thought for 1 second we'd see, I was going to say an alien, but it is a demon, but it's also an alien, right? Because it's come from outer space from somewhere. So yeah, I guess the demons are on other planets in space. Okay, that's kind of weird. That's what makes me think this was all a bit weird, but okay. I was convinced that it wouldn't be that. It's like a red herring. I was convinced. But I was wrong again. I mean, when they said it was hollow, that was like, okay, it probably was inside it, right? How did it survive that if it's just some sort of normal, regular demon? I say normal, regular, as demons go. Why did it need that thing specifically to, I mean, Glorificus herself, she could kill those people, couldn't she, if she wanted to? And he probably could as well if he's linked to her in some way, if he's looking after her in some way, cleaning up her mess in some way. Like, why use that? Why send a comet like that? Yeah, comet, and yeah, and crash land it like that, or crash it like that. Why is it needed? Is what I'm trying to say. Why is that thing specifically needed? I mean, I guess there's something to do the job, isn't it? Saves him and Glory getting their hands dirty, right? But it's all a bit weird. It was all a bit weird, but okay. Yeah, not my favourite episode. I think if I understood what was going on more, I'd think I'd like it more. But the fact that I'm kind of weirded out by it anyway, and also it's a bit confusing. It's kind of like, I don't know what to make of it. I literally don't know what to make of it. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is Joyce finding out, really. Oh, and the Doctor, of course, being revealed that. But I still don't know who he is or what he does, really. So that's something to think about for later, I think. But yeah, really, it's Joyce now finding out that Dawn isn't a daughter. I'm glad that Joyce, like I said, I think Joyce, oh, you might not have heard that during the reaction, but during the reaction, I said it was kind of weird. No, you wouldn't have, because that was right at the end, I think. It was kind of weird, I thought. It was weird, but also understandable. Like, she said something like, okay, Buffy, well, she's not my daughter, but first of all, it's weird that she said she belongs to us. Belong is a weird word there. I didn't really get that. I was like, how does she belong to them? Like, the monks enforce this on them. I can't really understand. I think it's a mixture of emotions for Joyce and Buffy as well, even though Buffy's had more time to think about it, to kind of work it out in her head, work through it in her head. But I think it's more of a mixture at the moment, because Joyce has just found out. So although she knows now the truth that she's not her daughter, and she kind of semi-knew anyway, because like when she had that first turn, that was a while ago now, but whether she actually fully understood what was going on there doesn't seem likely, actually. But now she understands it. But she hasn't had that long to really work through it in her head. So I guess really she still kind of sees her as her daughter. And, you know, she said that, oh, she's important. She knows she's important now, Dawn. Joyce knows Dawn's important now. So I guess knowing the truth, knowing she's important, but also still having the memory, which is a very fresh memory really still, or memories of her being her daughter. I guess that's why, partly why, like during the reaction, again, I don't think they might have picked it up, but during the reaction, she said, oh, we got to look after it. Buffy, you've got to look after it at all costs if something happens to me. Like a mother would a daughter, right? Like she would with Buffy. So I was trying to think, well, what does she mean by that? Does she mean because she still loves her and she thinks she's not that she thinks she's a daughter, but she still has that in her head? Or is it just solely because she's so important and she understands that now because she knows the truth? Or is it a mixture of both? That's what I was a bit confused about that whole scene. I was like, okay, well, what's going on here? Is it because she loves Dawn? it'd be difficult. I said actually during the reaction as well, I said it'd be difficult not to. It would be difficult to shake that just all of a sudden, wouldn't it? So there's still that in her as well, in her head as well, that although she knows now she's not a daughter, she's still gonna have those feelings. You can't just switch that off, can you? After years, really, of memory implanted in her head, right? Well, Dawn's whole life, 14, 15, right? 15 years of that in her head. I mean, they weren't real, but they're not real memories, but they feel like real memories, right? So even though you were just suddenly told tomorrow that someone isn't your daughter or son, it'd be difficult to. You wouldn't just stop loving them, would you? You wouldn't, because although she hasn't technically grown up in the house with Joyce, Joyce hasn't raised her. She thinks she has, and she has all the memories of doing so. So yeah, still a bit confusing there as to what is it? Is it a mixture of the two? Is it because she's important but now and she's vital, like to save the world type of vital? Is that why she told Buffy what she told her? Like, you need to protect her at all costs? Or yeah, so is it that and the fact that she can't shake the fact that she loves her, even though it's all fake? She can't shake it. Or is it is it just the fact that now she thinks she's important? Like, does she still love her? But she told Buffy to love her. Did she say to love her like a daughter or something? I think so, something like that. Certainly to look after her, right? So that implies, I think, that she does love her like a daughter, Joyce. I mean, it's so difficult. It's such a unique situation, that, isn't it? It's difficult to even understand how you would feel. I think it would be a mix. I think it would be a mixture, like I said. Anyway, look, I don't really know what else to say about the episode. I'm really disappointed about the last, whatever it was, 7 to 8 minutes. I'm really sorry. There's nothing I can do other than keep an eye on it from now on, I guess, and just keep talking. I think that's the key. Just keep talking. That's the quietest I think I've been for a long, long time, if not ever, during the reaction. So I must have some settings. Something switches off, I guess. Maybe. I'm not sure if I'm happy about the government involvement again. I mean, they pulled out and I thought that was it of Sunnydale, and I thought, okay, we're not going to see him again. Now they're seemingly back, and I don't know how long for, but it's not my favourite thing about this show. I like it with the gang and Buffy, and that's it, really. Yeah, I just don't like the government's involvement in the show so far. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe they'll just disappear again quickly or something. I don't know. Let me score it. I'm going to give it a 7.25, honestly. It just wasn't my favourite episode. It was alright. It's always watchable, isn't it? Even an episode you're not that keen on. Even probably my least favourite episodes are worth watching, But yeah, 7.5. Yeah, I'm just disappointed, I think, again, that the government guys are back, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, anyway, it's going to be a really highly rated one, this, isn't it? I just know it. Anyway, look, forgive me, don't hate on me if it's your favourite episode or something. I can't imagine this could be anyone's favourite episode, but I'm insulting you now if it is, but no, it was alright. Yeah, so anyway, on to the next one. See you then. See ya. Bye.